We're going to do single hand lapel grab, delayed sword. So you're going to grab a hold. I'm going to pin and I'm going to step back and I'm going to strike. So let's have you put this foot back a little. I'm going to strike and then kick. Now the idea is, of course, first we're starting ideal phase. He's grabbed me. Ideal phase. I pin. I step. He still hasn't hit me. Obviously, you see there could be a little bit of an issue with this. It's a good technique to teach the basics. In a perfect world, maybe it could work, but we don't live in a perfect world, so we're going to explore some of the other alternatives tonight. So for now, though, ideal phase, I step back, and there are some people that do this very mechanical. They're very precise, and when you're starting, that's fine. This chambers. My body's going to turn and engage and drop with the movement. But as you sort of refine your skill, the pin happens, of course, initially. But as I step, I'm turning, I'm striking, I'm getting ready to kick, I'm loading up, ready to kick. All of that is kind of morphing into one movement. So I'm conserving time and effort. So I strike, I kick, and now I fall, basically. Marriage of gravity, they call it in Kenpo. I'm dropping my height. I'm using my momentum behind the strike to amplify its effect. Okay, we've done it before. Pin, strike, kick, and chop. Let's start with that, and then we'll look at a very nice alternative to this, which I think you'll like. Next version, so he grabs. And okay, so first thing to point out, it's very easy when you're just doing this with a partner to be like, all right, I'm going to grab you like this. But if I'm going to grab him to control him, I'm going to get into a stance. Okay, well now you're thinking, well, no, if it's just anybody on the street and maybe they're not trained, they're not going to think about getting in a stance. Well, they're not necessarily going to get into a formal stance, but innately you're going to position yourself in a stance that provides you with the stability you need to deliver power. And so if I'm standing here, pulling and pushing, it's very difficult for me to do with my feet side by side. I mean, if you had to push a car, you wouldn't get behind it and go, all right, let's go. You're going to get into a position where you can push. So he's not going to be standing neutral. If he's going to grab with this hand, he'll probably have this foot back, and he's probably getting ready to punch, right? And so there might be this sort of, it's going to be short, by the way. We're slowing it down. We're exaggerating it. I get that this is not, if we're not trying to train you to have this expectation. Don't think, hey, there's going to be plenty of time while he winds up. But there is that moment where there might be that sort of kind of a push-pull action. And so he's got that foot back. And as he's getting ready, I'm not going to let him push because this hand's going to come in and temporarily pin. As this hand comes in and strikes, and this foot comes in underneath and starts buckling him out. Now this looks like another technique that you might have done before. It's related to a couple different techniques. But we still have the fundamental ingredients of delayed sword. We have our pin, we have our strike, we have our kick. We've deleted our step. From here, let's say this did what I need it to do. I'm not keeping him trapped. And when I'm doing this, he's probably going to prioritize letting go and getting ready to protect himself over still kind of holding on. If he doesn't, I have to adapt. We've been talking about that a lot lately. It's reaction. I have to adapt to what he's doing. I'm reacting to his initial attack, and then as I start to react, he isn't just going to stand there like a statue. And so my technique, what I'm applying, because I'm not applying a technique in the street, what I'm applying has to be capable of being easily adapted. So I hit, and now I'm going to cross out with a back fist. Okay? So again, we'll come back here. I'm pinning, I'm striking. This is kind of a soft pin. This is coming in underneath. All of this is now working together. And now if he's coming back at me, that's there. If he's out of the picture, fine. I'm on guard, my hand's up anyway. This back fist just becomes a movement of me putting my guard up, and it's insurance. Okay? Nice, simple, easy technique. Pinning, striking, kicking. It's a little more sophisticated because we're doing multiple things at once here. But when you get delayed sword down anyway, there's multiple things at once. Now we're just going right into the fight. We're not wasting time moving back when we can just go right at him. Okay? So try that. I think you'll like it. I like it.